was your freshman year? Did you do cross country or?
I did not do cross country.
Why?
I played soccer. Going into it, I was like, I don't want to be like my sisters. They did cross country freshman year. I was confused, I guess, is what you could say. Confused about it. And then track came along, and all my friends were on track, and they were like, you should do cross country, it's really fun. So I went out for camp the next year. 10th grade came, started cross country.
I did do cross country because I'm not a sellout. I didn't want to play soccer or football like he did. And my oldest sister was really good, and I wanted to be like her. So far, it hasn't happened, but holding hope. I had a pretty shitty season. I ran 18:30, got dizzy all the time. It's pretty awful. I didn't drink water. I only drank milk, and it's not a good thing to do if you're a runner. I went into track season. I ran 10:47, and it was a decent 32 time for a freshman.
Sophomore year. After track freshman year, I ran a 4:44 in the mile, and I was feeling pretty good about that, so I got talked into cross country 10th grade year. Went into cross country, having fun, being with the friends, doing what we do. First race ran at 18:05.
I was expecting to be faster than him.
We did race, I remember that. You were right behind me, nipping at the heels.
Half a mile out or something, he was like, okay, I'm gonna go. And I was like, oh, okay.
We kind of stepped up mileage, did some more workouts. Second race, 17:22, which was Benzie, right? Yeah, Benzie. Then I started getting serious about it. I was like, okay, this could be a thing for me, So after that, I kind of was like shifting up and down 17:30s, back to 17:20s. First conference jamboree, coach told me to run with this specific kid on a team, not him, but another one.
Wasn't good enough.
And I stuck with him. I ran a 17:13. That was my third PR that season. And then after that, I just began dropping time like it was my job. I ran 16:53 in 800 spikes. So I forgot my spikes that day. Coach happened to have a 3 sizes too small and 800 track spikes that I wore. I had bruises on my toes for about a year.
Worth it?
It was definitely worth it. And after that, we kind of had some more jamborees, and then conference meet came around, and did pretty good there. Got honorable mention. Wasn't too happy about that. Some of the final races of the season came around before regionals. Ran 16:30, 33? 16:33 is what it was. It's my final PR as in 10th grade. I was pretty happy with it. Just got serious after that year, and then I just started going. So what about your 10th grade year?
Okay, so in the summer after my freshman year of track, I went really hard because I thought I was going to be an Olympian. Thought I was going to go straight from sophomore year, or from freshman year to the Olympics. I was going to be a beast. So a week straight of uphill sprints at this local park, this big hill, and I hate hill days, by the way. I ran uphill sprints at that park because I hated hills and I wanted to be better at them, and the hill just beat my ass. I ended up partially tearing my labrums in my hips, and that resulted in me not running half the races this season because there were hills. Who knew cross-country running involved hills? And the other races, they were awful. Like, I'd be behind our last guy, and our last guy was like 24 minutes. My best race was 18 minutes. I had taken like 7 ibuprofen, so I was numb. And then after the race, I could barely walk. But it was okay, because I hadn't done anything but cross-train, which is getting on the bike and half-assing it for 40-45 minutes. That winter, I took 3.5 months off, and I think it was good that I did, because I shouldn't have run through that in the first place.
Healed up, right?
Yeah, I healed up. I was very out of shape. I had kind of a belly, maybe 10 more pounds than I should have. And it took me a month or two, but I got back into it. And by the time track season came around, first 2 mile that season, before the race, I was talking to my coach, and I was like, do you think I should scratch this? My hip's hurting again. He kind of guilted me into it. He was like, whatever you think is best. And I felt guilty because it kind of gave me the stink eye. So I ran it, and I ran my PR, right around my PR for freshman year. So I was surprised, and I was happy with that, and I kept going and got down to around 10:20. For distance, coaches were looking at Will first and then me. I was somewhat close second for potential, and that all changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
So 10th grade track season, went into it pretty confident about my abilities to run fast that year. Went into it thinking, all right, well, we'll go to the state finals for a second year in a row, kind of get this 4x8 roll in there. Ran it, kind of got my mile PR down, ran a 4:35, and then I actually got injured.
Where was this injury?
It was actually a literal pain in the butt because it was piriformis motor, which is on like the outer region of your hip. Every time I extended my leg, it was awful. It was just terrible pain, like, you know. So
Will's phone was
coaches were-
running the iOS 11 beta, and it overheated and died in the middle of our recording. And we didn't know this until after talking for another 15 minutes.
Hey Siri, where can we find that video?
Sorry, I couldn't find
What
it
do you mean you can't find the video, Siri?
Ice all broken things.